New at 5, a man found dead on the east side this afternoon. San Antonio police believe he was shot inside his home. Pilar Arias joins us live from Piedmont Avenue near Delaware Street to give us the latest on the investigation. Also new at 5, a man sent to University Hospital in critical condition after crashing his motorcycle. It happened on Wurzbach Parkway eastbound between West Avenue and Highway 281. There were no witnesses who saw what happened, but a lot of people stopped to help out, including a nurse who rendered first aid. Police say it looks like the rider's head hit a pole. He was wearing a helmet at the time. We now know the names of the couple found dead inside their north side home on Thursday morning. The victims were 35-year-old Jessica Jimenez Ibarbo and 40-year-old Ernest Gil Ibarbo III. Investigators confirmed that the victims died from stab wounds. The wife's death has been ruled a homicide, but the husband's cause of death is still pending. Police say the couple's teenage special needs son reported finding them dead inside their home on Budding Boulevard. More top stories here in our area. Police investigating a stabbing death at an East Side apartment complex. It happened last night on East Commerce near East Houston Street. A man told police he returned home around 10 last night after being gone for a few hours and found his girlfriend dead in the living room and the front door slightly open. Neighbors told police they heard arguing and screaming at the apartment but didn't report it. The victim's identity hasn't been released. Around America today, one person is dead after a shooting along the Las Vegas Strip. Another person was hurt but is in fair condition. Police say part of the strip is shut down and the gunman has barricaded himself inside a bus. The standoff began after the shooting was reported this morning. Police don't believe there are any other suspects at this time. Right now, there's no word on what triggered the shooting. What's next? That's the question on everyone's mind after yesterday's healthcare reform failure. ABC's David Wright brings us up to date. He's only been in office one day, but protesters wasted no time in taking their fears about President Donald Trump to the streets. Demonstrators in San Antonio joined hundreds of cities today as they marched in the wake of Trump's inauguration. It was more than just women's rights. As Garrett Berger saw, they aim to show support of various other social issues in the face of a new administration they worry will be hostile toward. The family of fallen officer Benjamin Marconi was honored today. Two organizations teamed up to provide the family with $10,000. $5,000 was donated by the Dallas Fallen Officers Foundation. The Texas Fallen Officers Foundation also raised $5,000 by selling shirts to the public. All the proceeds were given to the family. About 3,000 Air Force basic military training recruits given a special treat today to spread holiday cheer. The young airmen, who are typically not allowed outside of their dorms, were allowed to go shopping for their families. More top stories today. San Antonio police investigating a deadly shooting on Rogers Road. It happened at around 1 this morning, just hours after another fatal shooting occurred on the same road the night before. Police say when they arrived, they found a man shot in his chest. That victim died at the scene a short time later. Police did take a suspect into custody and several witnesses are being questioned. They're still investigating whether or not the two shootings were related. We are following a tragedy out of California. ABC News has learned at least 9 people have died following a massive fire. It broke out late last night at a warehouse in the San Francisco Bay Area. ABC's Alex Stone with the harrowing details. New at 5, a woman and her 6-year-old boy rescued after her car stalled in a high water crossing. The rescue, one of many the San Antonio Fire Department's been making as rain pounds the city. Garrett Berger tells us how they were saved. When San Antonio Police Detective Benjamin Marconi was gunned down last Sunday, he left behind a devastated family, as well as a tight circle of friends. As Ursula Perry shows us, they are holding each other tight and sharing why his death is such a loss, not just to them, but to the community. Top stories tonight. Authorities are searching for a little girl's mother after the 5-year-old was found tied up and abandoned. A Walgreens employee called police after finding the girl alone. This happened near the intersection of Rigsby Avenue and South W.W. White Road. The girl has been reunited with her father. He told police his daughter had been in the care of her mother, his estranged wife. Police say the girl had marks on her wrist consistent with being tied up, but she is not hurt. Now to the search in Pearland for a missing 9-year-old boy with autism. Authorities and dozens of volunteers have been out looking all day for Marcus McGee. He was visiting the Texas Gulf area and is from Connecticut. He wandered off late yesterday afternoon and has not been seen since. Police believe the boy left without a jacket and are concerned about his health since he's likely out in the cold. From discounts and other in-store specials, today is not only about getting a good deal. For many, the sport of Black Friday shopping is also a family tradition. We talked with some local people who hit the stores bright and early in search of those bargains.
4 o'clock in the morning and come out here. Yeah, we always start somewhere different, but it's always fun. It brings us together even more. It's like an extension of the holidays.
It's a tradition, and we're back from college visiting for Thanksgiving, so we're always here with our families. It's kind of just a fun social event.
Every year we kind of just do this together. It's like a big tradition that we do in like our family.
The stores are now closed, but if you're still on the hunt for more deals, there's always Cyber Monday. Still ahead on the Night Beat, the numbers are alarming. Thousands of people developing infections after staying in the hospital. How you can keep yourself safe. And it was a special Thanksgiving for one Gold Star family. The item given to them by a complete stranger. And new information tonight on the murder of a Detroit police officer is coming up next.